What is up, YouTube? Today, guys, we're bringing y'all another review video. We've got the Glock 45 MOS that we're going to be showing y'all today. This thing is super awesome. This is another one of Connor's gun. It looks like he just appeared. What is up, dude? How are you? Good to see you, man. So if y'all remember, this is the gun that we shot in the pistol match that we did a couple videos ago. I just want to give y'all a walk around on this gun and give y'all a pretty brief review. It is a Glock, so they're pretty basic, but we are going to get into it. I appreciate all the support on the last two videos. Connor killed it on the editing on the last one, and if y'all like that, make sure to let him know. We got a good consistent viewership going, and we love to see that. So if y'all want to keep that going, we'd love it. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe and let us know what else you'd like to see. And without further ado, we might get right into this review. Yo guys, before this video gets started, I just wanted to let everybody know that we are not sponsored by Glock. We don't affiliate with them at all. Everything you'll see in this video is bought by either me or Connor. This is Connor's gun, so it's all him. Be sure to leave him a little bit of love in the comments for letting us check out his gun. But with that being said, I'm gonna hand it over to him, and he's gonna give y'all a walk around and show you everything that's going on with this Glock. Thanks, dude.
All right, guys. So this is a Glock 45 Gen 5. These are only Gen 5. This is the civilian version of the 19X. So this is going to be a 17 frame with a 19 slide. This one has the aim point acro with the Surefire X300 Ultra. We've got the SLR slide release extension and the Edgar Sherman magwell. All the stippling was done by Precision Tactical. So it's a solid piece. I have about 3,000 rounds through it so far, so not a ton, not a little, but this thing's solid.
So the first thing, guys, we want to talk about is the whole Glock Perfection debate. You know, Glock's slogan is literally Glock Perfection, but everybody clowns on them for that because the first thing you do with a Glock is obviously change a bunch of stuff and make it fit to your liking. I think there's a couple of key points to be said about that, and I'm going to go over something that I believe in wholeheartedly. I think you can think about something that you want to say about it too. I feel like the Glock platform as a whole is the perfect builder's pistol. It's the perfect gun that you can dial in for your specific needs. And when I say that, that is being said based completely off of the aftermarket availability for these guns. There's literally multi-billion-dollar companies that have made a name for themselves just selling parts for Glocks. And I think that there's something to be said for that. I think that if you're the kind of person that wants a gun that you can customize, that you can upgrade, that you can experiment with different setups, I think the Glock is perfect for that. That being said, out of the box, the first thing people always want to change is the trigger and the sights, just because I think that they could do better on that. But that being said, Glock also just last year started releasing their Glock Performance triggers. And their Glock Performance triggers feel awesome. I'll let Connor talk more about that because he actually shoots it a lot and runs it. What do you think about the whole Glock Perfection debate?
So honestly, right off the bat, I don't think that Glock is going to be the perfect pistol. I don't. I think there are plenty of other guns that do a bunch of other things better than Glock does.
Sure.
I think that Glock is the perfect tool. I think that if you can, and I know it's cliche and everybody says that, but I think that if you remember that at the end of the day, this is a tool. A staccato isn't a tool anymore. Mm-hmm. Like your bull armories, your fucking pit vipers, sand vipers, those aren't tools anymore. Those are highly designed and engineered weapons that are designed to perform in certain situations. And I think a lot of people forget that.
Yeah.
With that being said, I think that Glock is also a $600, $2,000 gun, meaning that you can go and you can go buy a Glock for anywhere from $400 to $600, depending on what model and what features you get on it. But at the end of the day, you're going to be spending upwards of $1,000, $1,500 to make this thing ideally what you want it to be.
You can turn a Glock into a $2,000 gun real quick.
I mean, a flashlight, an optic, a magwell, a trigger, you're getting close to that number.
Can we go over that? Can we talk about, like, if a viewer was going to go out and buy a gun and set it up exactly how you got it, what can they expect?
So right off the bat, with the X300s, I know this isn't really an X300 review per se,
right,
but the reason I went with X300 is just because obviously tried and true, they work for the most part. The other thing that I like, and I know a lot of people will say, well, why do you want your flashlight past the end of the barrel? And a couple reasons for that is A, counterbalance. That's going to help me whenever I'm presenting this gun and I'm shooting. It's going to add more weight to the front of this thing. But also, if I have this up against something, it's not going to knock it out of battery. Whereas if anything hits this barrel,
slide,
dead trigger.
Yep. If the slide's out of battery even a little bit, you have a dead trigger.
So if I put this up against something and I shoot it, it's not pushing my slide out of battery, and I can still use the gun.
I think that's a great demonstration.
And then acro, of course, I also have an RMR. I use that on most guns, but on this is my training gun. This is what I shoot the most. I want something that is going to be enclosed and just, not have to worry about dusting it and getting all the dirt out of it and rain or what have you. Mm-hmm. Magwell's good. The reason I went with Edgar Sherman is because with these extended, what are these, 19 rounders that I'm running?
Glock mags, yeah.
If this gets stuck in this gun for any reason, I can still get in here and pull this mag out because it has these cutouts, which is super awesome. And it's lightweight. I like it. It's legit. Go get one.
So, I think you summed that up great. I think we'd like to talk about what makes the Glock 45 stand out around other Glocks. And for me personally, it's always the grip size. I always think that a grip size on a gun is everything. I don't have very many concealed carry guns because I hate the way they shoot. That being said, this is a Glock 17 sized grip as far as how long the grip is.
Right.
And that's my favorite handgun in the world. The Glock 17 will forever be my favorite Glock. His is the Glock 45, and there are advantages to that we're going to get into. But that's what stands out the most to me, is having that nice compact Glock 19 style slide with a full-size frame. Holds the nice big 17-round magazines instead of the 15 rounds that comes on a Glock 19. So I really think that's a big advantage, is just the way it feels. And like he's saying, something that a lot of people don't think about is the weight balance on a gun. The reason that we have these big flashlights, the reason that we're okay with our flashlight hanging out kind of far, is like he's saying, whenever you're presenting the gun, it's going to be a little bit less snappy, a little bit faster to drop that front end back down to where you want it to be. Yep. What about you, man? Like, what makes the Glock 45 stand out among others?
So, truth be told, first Glock I ever bought was a 19X. Thought it was cool. I was just really getting into guns at the time, and for me, I had shot CZs up to that point. I had shot, Smith & Wessons. I'd never shot a Glock. I went and bought a 19X, and it was the flattest shooting pistol that I had shot up to that point.
It's crazy.
For me. And so I really fell in love with it. I ended up getting rid of it to go with a 19 because I wanted something I could conceal. And then I ended up holding on to the 19, picked this guy up, and I love this. I've had 17 size Glocks as well, but for some reason, there's just some sort of magic about having this short slide with a full frame. I don't know if it's a little bit lighter of a slide and it makes a difference in that recoil management, but to me, this gun shoots just as smooth, if not smoother, than a 17, with less weight, with a shorter barrel, with, if we're really talking seconds, a shorter time to clear your holster.
Right.
So I mean, it's a solid gun with the same capacity that you would have out of a 17. So to me, it's something magical about this guy. It just, the balance, man.
Absolutely. We're not going to talk about like internals and Glock magic. There's a million videos, and there's a bunch of companies these days that are copying Glock internals. It works. You know what I mean? That's what you can always expect when you buy a Glock, is that it's going to go bang when you pull the trigger. Damn near every time.
Whether you want it to or not.
And if you don't, and if it's not going bang, there's probably something that you've done wrong. And we're going to talk about too, people that over customize guns. We're going to talk about Gucci Glocks. Mm-hmm. Me and Connor are both have both fell into the deep realm of Gucci Glocks at some point or another.
Yeah.
I currently have a Gen 5 17 that there's nothing stock about it. Okay, what I mean, like, it started out life as a normal gun, and I've kind of ruined it. And what I mean by that is that the best Glock that you can have is something that, if it's upgraded internal wise, it's made by Glock and it's stock internals. You can put whatever you want on the outside. You can stipple it up however you want, magwells, sights, whatever. But you never want to mess, in my opinion at least, you don't want to mess with guide rods, stuff like that, just because there's always that chance of like, oh, what if it doesn't work? What if it's out of tolerance? In a duty gun.
Comp guys, mess with guide rods all you want.
Yeah, comp guys, or the guys that are like serious about dialing in their guns, this is not for you. And don't flame me in the comments. Trust me, I've got all that kind of stuff too, and I've tried it. We're talking strictly from duty use. Like, if this is your bedside gun, it's gonna protect you and your family, or this is your concealed carry, or this is the only pistol that you want to buy. Right. I think that the best way to keep it is keep it simple. Make it your own and train with it. You need to be spending more on ammo than you are the parts and your Instagram photos and all that kind of stupid shit. Get out to the range, go train with your gun.
Take Glocks. That from the guys that take the dumbass Instagram pictures.
Yeah, you can see it. We fall into that category 100%. Yeah. But get out there and go train. I want to shout out your company, and I want you to plug your company. Okay. If you want to talk about that, Connor is a firearms instructor, so hit him up for any kind of training that you need. Connor, you can talk about that.
Yeah, Max Tactics. We're doing anything from entry to advanced level. We've got guys that are teaching multiple years, military, multiple years, law enforcement. It's awesome. It's a great time. Shout out maxtactics.com. Go check it out. We're usually doing about one a month, but if you are in the Birmingham, Alabama area and you want any sort of firearms training at all, anything from basic to advanced, rifles, pistols, anything, hit us up.
Yep. They'll do one-on-ones with you, man. They'll dial in your AR skills, anything. Shout out Max. If y'all need some training, hit them up. I think in the future, guys, we're gonna start getting into some of my personal guns. I know that the last review and this review is both Connor's guns, but we're gonna start talking about some other stuff. I've got the Staccato CS. I've got a couple other cool pistols that we're gonna be checking out in the near future.
Maybe
So,
an AR review.
maybe an AR review. Maybe an AR review.
Maybe have something in the works.
Yep. Yeah, we've got some stuff coming down the line for sure. So y'all be sure to stay tuned for that. If there's any kind of content that y'all'd like to see that we could make, just please let us know. We're happy for any suggestions, anything like that. That being said, guys, I think that'll wrap up our video. Y'all take it easy and have a great day.